In this video, we're going to explore the 3 steps it takes to calculate for interest in a mortgage. So there's a lot of terms sort of floating around, and it's really important to kind of identify what's needed and what might be extra information. So first step is to find out how much do we need to borrow. So let's take the amount of the loan that's required, $23,000. So that's our price for the house. And we're going to subtract off the down payment that we have ready. So we have to borrow from the bank $228,000. Another word for that is principal. So that's the amount that we're asking for from the bank. Now, the bank has come back and said, okay, we'll give you a mortgage. You pay us back $1,080 every month. And the mortgage itself is at a rate of 2.99%. This is not a number that we need for our calculations. The term, 3-year term, we do not need for our calculations. The 3-year term just tells us how often we need to go back to the bank in order to renegotiate or re-sign those papers. But the important number is the amortization period, or the length, the full length of the mortgage. So we are intending to repay this $1,080 every month for the next 25 years. So our monthly payment of $1,080, times that by 12 months. And then we'll times that by, because we're going to be paying that amount every year for the next 25 years. So this is going to give us our total paid. Total paid or repaid. Now, the difference between the paid and the principal, so how much extra I repaid, is going to be our interest. So if you can already start to see what's happening here, we paid $324,000. We borrowed $228,000. The interest that we've actually spent now is $96,000. So this is actually extra money that we've spent on the house that's gone. This is the cost of borrowing. And it's a lot. And for some folks it can be even higher, much higher. It could be double that amount. Ways to reduce the amount of interest that you spend: negotiate for a lower rate, although that rate's pretty good. Amortize your mortgage over a smaller number of years. So if we held it over 20 years, we would pay it off faster and we would be spending less interest. The only thing is that the payments would increase. Another way of lowering the amount of interest, because who really wants to spend $100,000 extra on a house, is to have come up with a higher down payment so that our principal is less in the long run. Of course, another way to lower the amount of interest you spend is by not borrowing as much. So choose a cheaper house. That's also another option.